Alright, hello everybody, this is Demon coming back for another round of Final Fantasy XIV. Luckily, 5 point... what patch is this now? Actually, I don't know how this patch works. What is it, 5.55? I don't know. Something probably equivalent to that. It actually has been a little bit. I've been playing a little bit in the background. As you can sit there and see, I have a little bit of points saved up. I forget if I showed this. We pretty much have all of this done. The only thing I'm missing is the weapon. And the only thing I need to do to complete that is getting these stupid revelation tokens, which currently I'm trying to get some of them. I have to basically do one whole thing of duty finder missions, aka Paglithan. After that, I'm pretty much set in stone. I haven't actually seen anything for this yet. I just know I really want to play this patch. It's been a little bit. I have a little bit of time to record. I'm going to do one episode of this. I did one episode of Vicky too, but unfortunately, well, that one actually went pretty well. That actually went really well. Yeah, many of you will be wondering. Yes, playing Vicky 2. You know why? Because they freaking announced Vicky 3, and I like Vicky 2. I just never recorded it. So let's go ahead and talk to Alize. I think I already talked to everybody here because I think I double checked the last recording just to make sure I did it. Let's go ahead and talk to Alize. Why is Alphino crying? Why is Alphino crying? That's such a weird thing. I'd hear you're looking well. I take it you managed to squeeze in some rest. If you came hoping for tidings from Kra, I'm afraid we're still waiting, but we do have some odd scraps of news to share. Scrap, she says. The Lunar Primal has been popping up all over the place, but the Alliance has the situation well in hand, thanks to no small part to Hori, Boulder, and the others. Meanwhile, talks of the Beast Tribes are going even better than expected. Encouraged by Order's progress, the Almajal GRIDANIA has opened negotiations with the Exil, believe it or not. All of which obviously very encouraging, but with the Telefore still out there, it's not as if we can't afford to lower our guard. Not gonna lie. That's what my cat's because of the Vicky 2 episode. One was trying to claw in. Played with it. Now my sinuses are going crazy. Apologize ahead of time if my sinuses get bad. Beg your pardon, I come bearing an invitation from the Alliance. A council meeting is due to be held in Alamigo and your attendance is humbly requested. We were just talking about the Alliance. May I ask what's on the agenda? I believe in the intention is to share news of recent developments, discover what measures might be taken to combat the Telefore. In concert with our new allies, the Beast Tribes have also been invited. It is hoped that you will join us in the fight against our common foe. So the Alliance would bring all the Beast Tribes in the fold at a single stroke, an ambitious plan given the delicacy of the negotiations, but may happen expedient one considering the threat we face. Indeed, my lady, and for their part, I am told the Beast Tribes have agreed to attend. If the Scions too are present, all of Eorzea will be represented. To arrange such a meeting must have been quite an undertaking, not only diplomatically, but practically. Praying from the Alliance, and we will be honored to participate. We shall make for Alamigo without delay. I'll bear your answer to that with all haste. We look forward to receiving you at the Royal Palace. Bye, friend. Well, now we accept the invitation. Who exactly is going to attend? I move that you and your stroller lead our contingent. Given how long you have worked to end summoning, it's only right that you present for what promises to be a historic moment. I think we all play our part in the little endeavor, don't you, Hydaelyn? Yes. Alright, may right claim a scene, I do quite agree, but by your leave, I believe I shall remain here and lend what assistance I can to coordination of our defensive efforts. I'm not coming either. Emmerich will be there, and I'd rather not be interrogated. Damn. Very well then, while those with the mind to hold the fort will get on with holding it, it's just the rest of us make for Alamigo, shall we? Yeah, I can see Estinian saying that. Oh, Paul, we tell Sir Emmerich he said that. Be pissy. Don't forget to bring me something nice from Alamigo. I don't think we ever bring you anything. Don't worry, I have no plans of returning to roaming in your absence. I know you'd only chase me if I did. Well, Alphino would. Should take this opportunity to gain a better understanding of Socinian. Being Elysian of like age, it's possible we have interest in common. Mayhap I shall begin by letting him a favorite treatise or two from my collection. Stinian, God help you. God help you, you poor bastard. Of those I said before, I think I'm going to keep this outfit. Really liking it now. Of course, it's goddamn raining. I mean, you can tell, I have an umbrella. Question is, will I use it? No. I never use that thing. I don't even know why I bought it. I was just looking one time through the freaking, like, store, or the market, and I was just like, hey, look, a cheap umbrella, and I bought it. I'm lazy as hell. And my character will be fine. So she looks... So I kind of like the, like... the rain effects in this, because it makes your character, like, if you have, like, different colored eyes, it, like, makes it twice as bright. And I don't understand why, but it looks cool. Oh, Jesus Christ, there's a bunch of people here. What's that button to use? Wait a minute, there was a button for this. Okay. System configuration. What was that? Mouse settings. Wait, I had something on here I could use. User macros. No. Keybind. What was that? Lock on. Targeting. No. Close UI, open systems menu, target main menu. Target filter. I actually don't know what this is. Well, it's not as bad as it used to be. I can still see everybody. Do I only talk to this guy? I actually didn't read a single thing he said. Alright, see everybody's gonna talk here.
Esteemed guests, you honor us with your presence. As there is much to discuss, let us begin.
Actually, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys.
Information on our taken brethren you have, yes? Hear it we would!
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. That voice acting for this does not match. That looks to be a totally different area than I'm thinking. Is he wearing that freaking totem pole?
Ah! Beyond forgiveness these featherless ones are! With rivers of blood shall they pay! Freed our people must be!
We too would see your kin liberated. But ere we attempt their rescue, we must first find a means to negate the risk of tempering. Without that, we will be unable even to approach the towers, let alone contend with their defenders.
If all else fails, I've always found cannonballs quite effective.
And what of the prisoners? Would you see them slaughtered?
Think for a moment. Ponder, consider, think. If Merlwyb truly intended to bombard the towers, she would have done so by now. Remember, we came here to find a solution together, did we not?
Y'Stola spoke of defenders. I but offered a means to clear a path, should you require it.
Given the enemy's capabilities, we will all need to play our part if we are to have any chance of success. For if any here should give less than their best, it will be to the cost of every living being on this star.
A paragon. The Empire. Our very gods. How can we hope to prevail against such odds?
That our foe is formidable, none would deny. But our strengths are many and varied. In this chamber, I see masters of strategy, masters of magic, masters of the land, the air, and the sea. And together, there is nothing in creation we cannot overcome. I beg your pardon?
What is it, Soulwalker? Do not express your passion thus. A little tricky without deals, perhaps? Suffice it to say, I am proud to be counted amongst Eorzea's finest. We Sahagin will play our part.
We kobolds have not forgotten the crimes the Overdwellers committed against us in the past. But today we look to the future as allies united in purpose.
Make mock of the Ixal the Paragon does! Turns kin into puppets! Pits brother against brother! Free them from his grasp, we shall!
As Patriarch Zadar will attest, the Scions have granted us a means to free your brethren from their thraldom. This boon we will gladly share, that your people might never be enslaved again.
We accept! We accept!
Praise me!
It's taken a while, but I do believe we might be one step closer to a world without primals. Would that Minfilia were here to see it.
We still have a long way to go, and we're going to need a lot more Porksies. But we're moving in the right direction.
If I may have your attention, there is one other point I would like to raise. As we can all agree, freeing those held captive must take precedence over every other concern. But experience has taught us that none save those with the capacity to resist tempering can hope to enter the towers unscathed. And even once inside, a still greater threat may yet await them, that which we call a primal. Needless to say, if we are to succeed, engaging with such foes can only ever be considered a last resort. And so I move that we seek to prevent them from being summoned in the first place.
Yes! Both prayer and ether are needed for the ritual. Should either one be denied, the summoning would fail.
Indeed. And so we must endeavor to discover the source of the ether on which the process depends. Do so, and it may present a way to halt the summonings, or perhaps even neutralize the towers entirely.
A promising proposal. While you are conducting your investigations, however, we will need to remain vigilant, lest the Telophoroi commit further abductions and summon primals ere we have the means to prevent them. To stand a better chance of keeping our enemy at bay, we would do well to coordinate our defensive efforts, sending reinforcements to assist our neighbors when needed.
We Amalja would have been overwhelmed were it not for our newfound allies. But say the word, and we shall come.
I see we are all in accord. But what are we to call this proud fellowship of ours? I submit that the honor of naming it should go to the scion whose brave efforts have done so much to unite Eorzea. What say you, my friend?
I mean, personally, I would name this glorious alliance the Fellowship of the Ring, but, you know, that's just me. Why me? I would call it the Grand Company of Eorzea. I would call it... One moment, please. You know, the Grand Company of Eorzea.
But that's the name I...
A fine choice, for there is none here who does not love Eorzea.
Aye, in that we shall ever be united.
United in our gratitude for the realm that gave us life.
Then let it be recorded that on this day, the Grand Company of Eorzea was born.
How long have we dreamed of this moment? And now that it's here, Oh, forgive me. Might we speak outside?
Alphina's happy. Oh, thank God there's not like a million people here. Even if it's Alphina seems less than jubilant, might his thoughts still be occupied with the fate of poor Armenwald? Pity look at the threat of annihilation for everyone to cast their grievance aside, but better late than never, I suppose. Yeah, organ. Grand Company of Eorzea, I wonder what Rio and the other former Braves will make of it. We've won over the leaders, now the leaders must win over their own people. No small task eventually, but we have come a long way since first we joined with Minfilia to bring an end to the summoning, a long, long way. Well, now that we are in the earshot of the other delegates, I hope you will forgive me if I speak my mind. Let me begin by saying that I've dreamed of this day since the moment I set foot upon these shores, and that I was heartened as anyone to see the people of Eorzea pledge their solidarity. Yet even as they uttered their declarations, all I could think of was the conflict to come, of the sacrifices that would be made and the lives lost, inevitabilities that I struggle to accept. But at least now there is hope. The formation of the Grand Companies of Eorzea is the first step, the first of many. Many and more. Now proceeds here, how might we be of service? A sick master often is a certain matter involving GRIDANIA's neighbors, the Sylphs. The Eorzea have long kept a weather eye upon the crystal trade, the better to predict the coming of primals, and so you'll be familiar with the Sylphs of the Ash Crown Consortium. Through their dealings, they have cultivated relations not only with the city-states, but other many communities besides. Communities such as the Beast Tribes. Just so, it is our hope that we can make use of the self-established lines of communication to coordinate the efforts of our new fellowship. That there remains certain practical differences between a consortium and a grand company. If the Sylphs are to perform their task effectively, they require the council of one versed within the operational aspects of an armed force. Our force found it with self-same goal in mind, no less. Crystal Braves, yes. Forgive me, Master Alphina, I know that it was a painful chapter in your life, but experience may yet be made to serve the realm. In my hubris, I plotted a course for Crystal Braves, which stretched far beyond the Order's initial conception. One intended to pave the way for the founding of what I intended to call the Grand Company of Eorzea. When my plans all came to naught, built upon a frail foundation of lofty ideals, the Order was doomed from the start, doomed from the first to collapse under the weight of more worldly interests. And I have no wish to see this new endeavor suffer the same fate. Mayhap I ask too much of you. Not at all. You may count upon my assistance for what little is worth. By your leave, I shall prepare a report, including a list of recommendations, drawing on the lessons I've learned from the failures of the Crystal Braves. You have my gratitude, Master Alphina, and my trust. When your report is ready, pray share it directly with the Sylphs. With your guidance and the earnest efforts of every goodly soul gathered here to this day, I have no doubt that our fellowship shall emerge from the shadow of the Telephory and flourish until we meet, my friends. before committing anything to writing to a number of people whose thoughts I would like to hear. Former Braves, you understand. Let you join me in seeking them out. As if you have to ask, I can't think of an excuse not to, so yes? As if you have to ask. Thank you. As someone witnessed the orders rise and fall, yours will be a reassuring presence. I'll join you if you plan to canvass the opinions of your former comrades. It will be a lot quicker if we share the task of questioning them. Then mayhap Rock can lend a hand as well. I shall accompany Thancred back to the Rising Stones. Between us, I dare say we should be able to provide an accurate enough account of the day's events. Should be glad of accompany Rock. I shall explain the details on the way. Alrighty. So what's the plan of mine before discussing task at hand? I should probably admit that the report I proposed is largely written. Long after the fateful day in Old I penned a detailed account of the organization's history from the events that led to its inception to the failings that brought about its demise. This I did primarily as a means of taking some semblance of responsibility. And I imagine that it might be later referred to by those seeking to form a similar organization. While I made every attempt to be objective, the account was mine alone. It is then viewed from my singular perspective. For it to be of use, however, it must be broadened to encompass the points of all involved. Only then can it answer what seems to be the most crucial question, namely why, after the Crystal Waves disbanded, did some members choose to remain with us while others did not? I see, you think the answer will tell us something about the nature of the ties that bind our new Grand Company together. And that this knowledge might help us prevent it from falling apart when those bonds are inevitably tested. That's my hope, yes, but the question I would ask are uncomfortable to discern. As the former commander of the Crystal Braves, I doubt that those who abandoned the cause would welcome my inquiries. And Gra and I will just have to try. Meanwhile, the two of you can talk to the ones who kept the faith. Fine suggestion, have care, however. Certain of my former comrades are of questionable character, so keep your wits about you and let us reconvene in GRIDANIA later on. I'm not gonna lie, I tried to click on Gra and I accidentally clicked on Eorzea to start the mission. No objections, I have in mind to begin with Real and Alanin. If memory serves, the two of them will be attending an intelligence briefing at Castrum Eorzea. Let us seek them out there. Oh god, I'm yawning. It's getting bad. Oh, okay, so I know what they're at. So they're at the start of Stormblood. Ah. While such briefings are seldom exciting affairs, and points coordinating our efforts with our allies cannot be overstated. In that regard, Alanin and Real have been most dependable. That's what to see you here, Hydaelyn, but if you enjoy Intelligence Briefings, you've come to the right place. Yeah. Oh, look who it is, and what brings you two here? Wouldn't have anything to do with the big meeting, would it? Madam speaking, I've assigned a task, you see, for which I require the assistance of former members of the Crystal Braves. So you want to know why we decided to stick with silence, eh? Ain't easy thing to put in the words, that. Real world test, I spent a long time agonizing over my failure to alert you to the traitors in our midst. For my negligence, I was captured along with many others, and we were powerless to prevent the tragedies that ensued. Not a day goes by that I do not think back to these fateful events. By joining the Silence, I hope to redeem myself, and I will continue to serve the cause for as long as I am able. But that wasn't my only reason. When we were finally reunited at the Rising Stones, you refused to blame anyone but yourself for the fall of the Crystal Braves. In spite of everything that has happened, everything you had suffered, you took us back without a moment's hesitation. We would not have blamed you had you turned us away, but when you gave us your trust instead, what else could we do but try to repay it? Nothing, that's what. As for me, own tale, well, I've always felt the Silence have something in common with the old crew. The duty of the strong is to protect the weak. It was our creed, and I strive to live by it to this day. As time's gone on, I've learned that strength comes in many shapes and sizes. From Horriboard to Mistress Tatara, all of us got something to offer. And not one of us is doing it for personal gain, because we believe there's more important things than that, things more worth protecting. which is what's being a Scion's all about. And I am at a loss for words. Thank you, my friends. To hear this from you means more than you know. May I in, could you? Give us your thoughts on the Crystal Braves. Why do you think the Crystal Braves ended in failure? Well, it's found in ideas were something to be proud of, but ideas alone don't make a crew. For every swab who signed up with good intention, there was another who was only in it for the coin, the glory, or both. Ours was quite a disparate band, and while I will never forgive Ilberd, the fact that we managed to function at all was thanks in large part to his efforts. Just a pity he was doing it for all the wrong reasons, eh? Only takes one bad apple, they say, and the Braves had a barrel full of them. Not like the Scions. We might look like a rat-tack bag of misfits, but deep down we've all got that shared sense of purpose, and why? Xaro has sifted out all the glory hunters, for they made it through the door. I see, so our ranks comprise a diverse range of people, each with their own individual strengths. We are all united in purpose. Thank you, my friends. With your permission, I shall make a record of our discussion and refer to it when drafting my recommendations. Until we meet again. Oh, money bog. The Company of Eorzea went their separate ways. I did try working on me own for a bit, and I'll admit it was nice being able to pick me own battles, but if you want to make a real difference, you need to find a good crew and stick with them. Big and former Crystal Braves, I'm not seeing Artemis of late. Constantly away on missions as he is, I wonder how he fares. What is this? I don't know what that is. Got one pineapple juice. I think we have taken up our colleagues' time, and I am conscious that less life-affirming testimonies await. Let us make our way to GRIDANIA and hear what the others have learned. Bye, everybody. Good luck. Have fun. Enjoy your briefings. The hell. I got a lot of missions here. I feel like I did all these missions. That worries me. Let me guess. Oh, okay. I guess we're wrong. I thought we were gonna have to go to the place on this side. And go into the what is it, the Solace, or wherever the hell it is that the Elder Siege series at. I figured that's where they would have me go. I'll take this. This is new. I always notice this. It seems like there's like a lot of players in New GRIDANIA, but I never see like a group of people like screwing around except for at the one thing. You go to like Laminza, it's just packed filled, and all it is people like doing emotes. Oda had the thing going on because I think the one guy died. He does the Berserk comics. I didn't know much about it. I didn't read the comics, but I know about it. I actually went there. It was kind of cool. Naze sets her mind on something, there's no stopping her, and her mind was truly set on finding former Braves. For a while, I even feared that she might do what she might do to them, but in the event, she was admirably civil for the most part. Oh god. Well, yeah, I took the opportunity to write up notes from our conversation with Hydaelyn and Rio, and all that remains is to add Alizé and Gra's findings, whatever they may be. Well, knowing Alizé. Next star is ever dependable intelligence, we managed to track down a handful of former Braves without any great difficulty. Some forthright, others less so, but we ironed out the fuller picture. I must warn you, Alf, though, some of the comments were harsh. I can well imagine, but their opinions are no less vital to my report. I seek the unvarnished truth. Oh god. What are these words? Thank you, I will set about adding your finds of my own at once. In the meantime, pray go ahead to Little Solace and seek out FFXIV. I will join you anon. Can you please tell us what was written? I need to know. You may attend my report, join the others in Little Souls. I shan't keep you waiting long. I know how playful the sylphs can be. Oh god. Oh, wait a minute. So I gotta go there. I think that player's doing the same thing I'm doing. That was duck. Pretty good timing. Did I take that bet? Took that bet. Ah, how it's been a while since I've flown. I actually can't wait till I get that one mount I got. I gotta wait for Endwalker to come out before I get that. Yeah, look, everybody's here. Talk to Gra. Damn you people standing in front of me. I think about it, 4 of us, only you and Alpha have any respect for first, still could be that hard, damn it. Yes. I had the honor of sharing a table with Elder Frixio and Alamigo. I did not have an opportunity to speak with him. I do hope my studies have granted me its photographs with people's customs. No. No, it is not. Welcome, Brave One, and friends of the Brave One. How good it is to see walking ones again, and so soon after the meeting. It's been a while since we last spoke. Should this one perform the customary dance of greeting? No, BDs. It's true that this one's once delighted in making walking ones dance, but no more. Horned one Kani-sana said that walking ones would be coming to Little Solace. Imperial ones also invaded Selfland and abducted many of these ones, so these ones will be glad to bear messages between fighting friendly ones. This is heartening to hear, Elder. It will require all ones to work in unison to stop the Telephori. These ones will try very hard, of course, but in matters of war, these ones have little experience, and any advice walking ones can provide would be most welcome. Oh, another pretty silver-haired one. And in quite a hurry, it seems. Alza, you must come quickly. How does it matter, Alphino? Don't tell me you couldn't read my handwriting. What? No, a twin adder officer accosted me, and I was about to set out. Charlayan has sent an envoy, who is due to arrive in GRIDANIA at any moment. An envoy? Could be that crowd has managed to sway the forum? We shall know soon enough, but there is more. The envoys requested that 2 of us attend the audience with the Elder Seedseer. Really? I can see why they want Scions to be present, but us specifically. Wait, it isn't who I think it is. It is. I could scarce believe it myself, but when I acquired the envoy's identity, I was told that it was the one Forchanault Louvier. I actually don't know if I pronounced that correctly. Your father? Well now, the fact that a serving member of the forum had journeyed here would be a surprise enough, but him? Quite, I gleaned from that they are taking the matter seriously. That may be, but why him and not one of the other 98 forum members, unless he volunteered for it? It's been some time since you last saw your father, has it not? Could it be that he's as concerned for your well-being? Perhaps, but he's always been reluctant to discuss his work with us. Indeed, whenever we write to our parents, it is invariably our mother who replies. Nevertheless, I welcome the opportunity to meet with him as after so long, even if it is secondary to his purpose here. Elder Frixio, both I am to cut our visit short, we must return to GRIDANIA. Pray accept my apologies along with my report. Never mind, there will be time to talk later. This one won't keep walking ones for more urgent matters. Go. I always forgot how freaking cool the sylphs were. The audience will be held at Lotus Stand, where the Elder Seedseer awaits even now. Let us be on our way. It's been so long since we've had a chance to interact with the sylphs. When was the last time we interacted with them? Realm Reborn? Kind of cool that you come back here and talk to these guys. I'll mind this one. Walking once you head back to GRIDANIA with the others. If this one has any questions about the report, this one will be sure to send word. Okay. Bye, Frixio. Actually, it is really cool that you go talk to them. It's been... I think it has been Realm Reborn. Oh my god. Even then, it's been a while even then. You figured it's been... You gotta say when we last did... What's-his-face's stuff. So yeah, that'd be even longer. Let's say Laughing Buddha. Buddhas don't laugh. The Buddha. What the hell? Why can't I move? What am I stuck on? Am I in the fence? Yeah, at least I got out of it. I actually might have been behind the fence. Even more pausers. Cool shield. Welcome over light. The Elder Seedseer and your friends are waiting within. All hell's about to break loose. This is gonna be fun. I wonder what their father looks like. Very similar to the Realm Reborn trailer. I've watched that. I know what that is. After all this time away, it would be good to see my father, even if it is an unofficial meeting. During my time with Charlayan, I heard of Forchanault Louvier. He is a gifted speaker, known amongst others for the uncompromising application of foreign policy. Oh my god. 99 may seem like a rather lot of members, but before the forum was founded, every person of age in Charlayan was given equal say in its governance. Many institutions are still active today and were established by the people's vote, not least the studio. as Alice and I were constantly reminded during our time there, and is an example of what can be achieved through absolute democracy. Tell that to the Senate. Palpatine comes in. I am the Senate. My friends, I thank you all for coming to... Oh, Paul, imagine we could do that. Word of Master Fortunant's visit took us quite by surprise. And the Alliance granted Mr. SHROUD permission to request Charlene's aid? Charlene's? I forget what that damn word is. We did not anticipate so probably reply, much less that it would be delivered by a member of the Forum. What the nature of that reply may be, we shall soon discover. I just want to come in here and say, I am the Senate. I love Star Wars. Actually, I like one. I don't mind the prequels. The third one's amazing. 4, 5, and 6 are really good though. One's just got Jar Jar. 2's broken until the clone fighting. The musical scores are great though.
Elder Seedseer, I thank you for granting me this audience.
Wow.
I am Fortuno Levea, here in my capacity as representative of the Forum.
Fortuno.
It is I who should thank you, Master Fortuno, for journeying so far and so swiftly. Would that our first meeting could have been under happier circumstances.
It has been too long, Father. You look well.
As do you both. Ameliance will be glad to hear that you are taking care of yourselves.
How is Mother?
She misses you terribly, of course, but is otherwise a picture of health. Circumstances apart, I'm grateful that our meeting has afforded me the chance to be reunited with my children at long last. And I believe I also owe you thanks for the hospitality you showed my father, Louiswa, during his sojourn in Eorzea.
All thanks we owe to him. In the days prior to the Seventh Umbral Calamity, it was your father's tireless efforts which granted us a means to vanquish the primals. Were it not for him, our strength would have been quite spent by the time the Empire arrived. That GRIDANIA still stands is in large part his achievement. He was a great man.
He would doubtless have been moved to hear you say so. I must confess, however, that I opposed his decision to intervene. And my position remains unchanged.
Dick.
To chart the course of history, not to change it. I am familiar with the Sharlayan stance.
It is more than that. It is our way of life, who we are. But I came here not to deliver a lecture, but the Forum's answer to your request. Sharlayan will under no circumstances intervene in the conflict between Eorzea and the Garlean Empire.
May I ask for what reason the Forum has come to this decision? The final days spell the end not only for Eorzea, but the entire world.
The final days? Pray spare me your hyperbole. This conflict is no more than the latest in a series of petty squabbles between yourselves and Garlemald, one in which Sharlayan will take no part. If the final days were truly upon us, we would know.
Father, you must ask the Forum to reconsider. You may feel safe on your little island across the waves, but if you imagine the Telophoroi will leave you be, you are mistaken. They mean to kill us all, themselves included.
Alphino is right. We have seen what the enemy is capable of, the lengths to which they'll go. This is no time to turn a blind eye. If Eorzea falls, so too will Sharlayan. So if you truly love our homeland, you will join us. Now, before it's too late.
I thought you knew better than to raise your voice to your elders. It seems I was wrong. Wrong to ever let you leave, Sharlayan. I consoled myself that your time abroad would instill in you some hint of restraint, of discipline.
Oh no.
But I see now that Eorzea has made fools of you both. Have you forgotten why it was that I so vehemently opposed your grandfather's departure? For all his wisdom, his only solution was to go to war. Death, devastation, ruin. Even those who claim victory are scarred for life. What prize could ever justify such sacrifice? It is the duty of the learned to avert such tragedy. By fanning the flames of war, you forsake all you once held dear.
It is in your power to save us. Refusing to condemn us all. To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably saved is not wisdom, is indolence. Better to fight and fail than wait for the axe to fall. I like that one. That one sounds the most technical. I dab on you.
I see your friend shares your misguided ideals. But unlike her, you should know better. By espousing such barbaric notions, you subvert the teachings of Sharlayan and place all we have worked for in jeopardy. Alphino, Alize, as of this moment, you shall no longer bear the name of Leveilleur.
What? Father!
How you choose to live your lives is no longer my concern. If you wish to walk the path of ruin, I will not stand in your way.
Master Fourcheneau, while Sharlayan may have no intention of intervening in this conflict, we can still part as friends. Will you not stay and speak with us, that we might learn of Sharlayan's hopes for the morrow?
I have said what I came here to say. Any further discussion would be meaningless.
Father! Wait!
Don't bother, Alize!
How can you stand there and watch him walk away? How can you let this happen?
Well, it was not so very long ago that we had a friend and neighbor in Sharlayan, and so I clung to hope that she might lend us her strength, but when she forsook GRIDANIA, it would seem she forsook us all. What did we call for Garlean? The forum went so far as the order to abandon an entire city-state. The refusal to aid us now, I am sorry to say, entirely consistent with their historic position. As we who walk the path of ruin, time will tell. So that's what he came here to say, that we're all fools for having the temerity to defend ourselves against the Telephori, and as for the rest. I could have known this was the forum's decision to watch from afar while Eorzea burns. Father was but the messenger, and as he handed down their judgment, I could think of nothing to say that could possibly sway him. I still can't. The prolonged discussion would have changed little, for it is not only Master Fourcheneau, I don't remember how he said it, who must be persuaded, but the forum as a whole. The decision was made ere your father crossed the sea. Nor it is like to be changed, and so far shall we face Telephori without their aid. Forgive me, but if they had no intention of helping us, then why would they go to the trouble of sending an envoy in the first place? Why did they not simply keep their counsel as they were wont to do? Hydaelyn, has Master Fourcheneau arrived yet? And as I fear, my efforts were in vain. I pleaded our case to as many forum members as I could, but they finally refused to discuss the matter. No, that's not exactly true. I should rather say they ignored every word I said on the subject without exception. It was almost unnerving. Could it be they were hiding something from us that might go some way to explain Master Portional's performance? When he said that they would know if the final days were truly upon us, I would have missed it as pride. But what if you genuinely believe that they know how the world will end? Simply just disagree with us about the circumstances. That I don't know, but something tells me they are not as unconcerned about the Telephori as they claim. If they're not real, why else would they be so standoffish and secretive? I very much like to delve deep into this, but I'm afraid I'm exhausted every avenue of inquiry. Nor have I fared any better with other missions. Researching Hydaelyn and the Ethereal Sea, I tried enlisting the help of experts in the field, but it appears the formers forbid anyone from cooperating with us. Struck at every turn. So it would seem, but don't lose heart just yet. With all the knowledge and acquaintances we have between us, we can still find a way forward. To that end, I would like you all to join me here. When the time is right, of course. I am aware of matters in Eorzea stand on the knife edge, but with your permission, I can at least start making the necessary arrangements. I always wanted to visit Garlean. Please do. Well, there are one or two things to take care of here first. So you shall, albeit under less than happy circumstances. It may take a while to secure entry for you all, but I'll let you know when everything's in order. Look after yourselves in the meantime, won't you? Speculations give me cause to hope, yet if these seeds will bear fruit, I cannot say. While it's possible the Charlians hide some secret truth from us, there can be no certainty that exposure will prompt in them a change of heart, and so for the present we must needs confront the plight in which we find ourselves. The farmers refused to request our aid, and it forced us alone to contest the Telephori. Even with all of Eorzea standing united, there's no guarantee we will fail. What does Charlian intend to do if we fail? The big question. I'll go for this. Hoping to get the conversation done here, then head back to, yes. Through knowledge, Garlean could have done so much for the cause. They have helped us uncover secrets of the towers and have tempered captives within, and yet, gods. Throughout my childhood, I remember grandfather arguing with my father over Garlean's policy of non-intervention, and this time it was my turn to play the role. But even if my grandfather could not win him over, what chance had I? Words exist that may sway him, I know not what they are. Form includes representatives from all Garleans in central institution. With the hindering Crown's investigation, you'll struggle to make any headway on our own. Wait, pause. There's a new shush. Well, Charlene's stance is indeed disappointing. We cannot allow ourselves to be distracted from the challenge before us. There is much and more to be done. I shall begin by sharing the forms resolved with my counterparts in the Alliance. Meanwhile, I would ask that the Scions. Grave tidings, well, grave tidings. What? Calm yourself, my gentle friend. What has occurred? These ones went to sea. Feathered ones send tempo news. Destroying ones have appeared in Zalafatol. Destroying ones and captured ones, and even frightful godly ones. Feathered ones didn't stand a chance, but were sent flapping and squawking. When this happened, it's too late to help them. Too late, yes, much too late. But luckily, destroying ones were only passing through and continued on west. Feathered ones who did not fight were left unharmed. West, that would include Korthus. My lady, the Ishgardians report that Telephori have emerged from the eastern highlands of Korthus and are marching at speed. Though their purpose is yet to be determined, Carno Flats would seem most likely their destination. Lord Emmerich has already dispatched his forces and requests our immediate support. Tell me we shall have it. The time has come for the Grand Company of Eorzea to prove its worth. Well, maybe it's a mercy that we do not have time to stew upon our misfortunes. Come, my friends, let's make haste to Cardinal. Wait, this one's almost forgot. Destroying ones were said to be led by a cackling robed one. This one must see that all the walking ones know. Farewell. Oh god, not his dumbass. Then Daniel. Well, who else would be a matter of time before that grinning maniac showed himself again? Shall I have an airship ready to bear you to Cardinal? Pray see to your preparation and report the landing with all haste. Once, my lady, let us away. Ship will be ready to depart ere long. I bid you for the landing as soon as you're able, and may the 12 keep you. Okay. Well, this is how I see it. We have reached an unfortunate end, and I am running back. If the ship I'm thinking of we're going to go on is probably at the inn. So I'm fine with running back this way, actually. Head over here. Head down here. Yeah, so we are heading to the canopy. Okay, that works. That means I can just go and stop, save, and do this another day. This will probably be the only one I'm doing of this today, just because I don't know, I feel like I'm gonna get into a what do you call it? A duty finder thing. Yeah, I'll talk to everybody when I get back. I feel like we're gonna get into a mission, so if I have to do a duty finder mission, I'd rather do it next time. Well, you know what, we'll do it right here. That's perfect. Alrighty, everybody. So, unfortunately, we do have to end the episode, as I was saying before. So far, I'm kind of enjoying this. This is really getting me to get ready for Endwalker. I'm very, very much looking forward to it. I really want to play it. I want to see where the story goes. I'm quite interested in seeing the Sharlayan side of things. I know I watched some of the trailer for it and some of the stuff that Square Enix was showing off for it. It definitely has piqued my interest. It makes me wonder where the story's gonna go. Again, it's just like I don't know everything, but the cityscapes do interest me a fair lot. It really makes me wonder where they're gonna go with it. Besides that, I kind of like the idea that they're using the the primals the way they are now, but the lunar primals. But I don't know how this. I don't know why they suddenly make it look like, oh yeah, the Grand Company can deal with this now. Yay! It's kind of cool. It's kind of boring. I'm kind of 50-50 on it. Although I'm quite interested on why Alphino and Alizé's father came all this way to basically give a giant middle finger to Eorzea. And Sharlayan basically goes, yeah, we're not joining this. But as everybody says, it's like, it seems like they know something. There's something they know about, and it makes you wonder what they're hiding. I know it's so much of the story available, it kind of makes you wonder, between Hydaelyn and Zodiark, how it's going to work. Because it makes me wonder if the Sharlayans actually have more of a connection with Hydaelyn than they're letting on. And it makes me quite curious on that front. It also makes me wonder if they're going for the route that I think they could do, which is Alphino and Alizé's father. It makes me wonder if he really means to take away and disown them like he did, or if he's trying to keep them safe. You know, it really makes me think about it more, because I've seen different movies, other games, it's like, is he doing it because he no longer thinks that they're Sharlayan and that they'd thrown away their beliefs, or is it because he's trying to protect them because he knows something even more than anybody else? So it makes me curious on that front. And I know with this battle going to go on, it makes me wonder if their father's going to be there or not. To, have be interacted into it at all. So, with that, all I have to say is this. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. We come back, ladies and gents. I don't know how much more of this we got to do. It makes me curious. I know whenever I saw the patches, I thought they said it was like there were 3 missions available. And as far as I can see, the New Game Plus does have this available now. So it makes me wonder if this is done and over with. Well, not done and over with, but the Shadowbringers DLC is finally finished. Maybe not its 100% entirety, but for the most part, the main scenario quests have probably reached an ending, the conclusion that they need. I know it's only May, June is next month, and from what it sounds like, they're supposed to release the new DLC in November. I don't know if it was November. It might be November. I know they said the fall. I thought they said November. Usually November is like the big release month for a lot of games. So I said, please do those things, guys, and I will be sure to see you in the next round of Final Fantasy XIV. Thanks.